Hello everybody and welcome back to the Realistic Farming channel for Farming Simulator 25. Welcome back to the Riverbend Realistic Farming series. This is going to be great where we use real tractors, we use real equipment, we have realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. So, I have some bad news. I had to play ahead a little bit because we had some mod conflicts. It's my fault. So let's get in here. But first and foremost, let's do this. Let's introduce you to our new addition to the farm. This is Xena. She is our guard dog. Right now she's resting, but we're going to give her some food this morning so that she can get, there we go. She'll come running when we feed her. She hears the bowl. She's a good little doggy. She's a good little doggy. She's the good. I put her doghouse right here so she can protect the farm when we're away. But anyways, you guys know what happens when you add mods and you disappear mods, and you gain mods and you add mods and you disappear mods. It causes mod conflicts. So apparently if you put in the additional fill types, which allows you to put lime into manure spreaders and things like that, and you also add the lime to sprayers, it's a mod conflict. So what happened is it messed up everything. It started going crazy. It started going nuts. So I had to play ahead. I got everything squared around. I brought some fertilizer home. I brought some thing. But we also have another addition to the farm. This is also for Shane and Russell that wanted it both. This is our JCB telehandler. It's a little baby one. It's a little baby one. It's 525/67. Super realistic, but it's great for like a farm telehandler. You can find this over on, I do believe, King's Mods is where I got it from. It's a little baby one. It doesn't hook up to a whole heck of a lot, unlike the Merlot, who can hook up to everything. But it does hook up to a trailer. We did buy a new front loader because remember the PJ trailer pack I had in there? That was another mod conflict. It was not allowing me to hook up to tractors. Because as you can very well see, my Fiat hooks up to everything. It did not hook up to that trailer, neither did the telehandler, the only thing that hooked up to it was the truck. So where'd I go with it? I forgot where I parked it. We sold that and we went ahead and we put in the flatbed that comes in the in-game. So this is how we're going to take it. We're going to take the little telehandler. We also sold our truck because now when we go down to the shop, we'll take our telehandler, hook it up to here, bring our pallets back with that, bring our big bags back with that, and it works out really well. So this is a nice little place for it too. It can stay right there. So perfect. As they say, perfect. Did I have anything in here? I can't remember. It's been such a confusing day. I'll tell you, you ever have one of those days where you're like, okay, it's not a bad day. It's not a crazy day, but it's kind of insane, if you know what I mean. Kind of like everything going on. So anyways, we've got our tractor over here. Let's go ahead and get her started, get her warmed up. We'll get some fertilizer. We'll stick in here. Well, actually, we're going to do lime. Now this thing holds 9,000. And you know what I found out? Little me, Fury didn't pay attention. I always just assumed you had to put those wings on here, the 6-meter things. That made it 18 meters. Without it, it's 12 meters. So it's exactly the same size. Also, the little Citico thing we had in here that was only hold 350. So I go on the XML and I'm checking it out, right? It's set up to use 1,555%, 1550% lime. That's why we can only go like to there with only 300 meters. I'm like, holy cow. So I had promised myself when we got started in Fs25, I'm not going to edit a lot of other people's mods. I'll do my own, but I'm not going to edit other people's mods. So if it doesn't work, I'm not keeping it in here. That's the way it's going to be. We're down. We're at like 5 mods, and we're keeping it at 5 mods. You got one here. This is 1. The additional fill types for the manure spreaders. That's 2. The Great Plains Cedar, that's 3. The JCB, that's 4. And what's the other one? Oh, this pen right here. That's our 5 mods. Whoop, and this thing. So we have 6. So, and that's it. So if I add a mod, I'm going to take out a mod. So that's it. Is that tractor running? We didn't even get in there yet. But yeah, this is one of those days where you say to yourself, makes you go, All right, get him warming up. We'll grab we'll get a chance to see our little JCB right off the bat here. She's with a baby. She's so pretty. She's very maneuverable, but she can pick up 2 bags if I need her at one time. So we're going to try that right now. So I went ahead and put those other ones in here. Let's widen this up just a little bit. It's got a view. Look, I mean, you can actually see up here to raise it up and everything. It's kind of neat. You can actually, and she's pretty nimble. You can change the steering mode. You can change it to all wheel, crab steering, all that stuff. But I think I have it. Yeah, I have it on all wheel. That's what I thought. But this thing is really super nice. Widen this up a little bit. I was monkeying with this. I drove this home. Now, she only goes... let's do this so we can kind of see what's going on here. Don't have much visibility in there. Get back in here. So you can pick up 2 bags with this thing. No problems. And she's smaller than the Merlot. There we go. So she's really nimble. It's a perfect little farm truck or telehandler, shall we say. And now when we need big bags or things like that, we can actually just drive this right down. Now, she, like I said, she only goes 18 miles an hour, so it's not like fast. But we don't want anything fast on this farm. See how nice that works with the... And I can actually see now. And now I can do this. So we can get way up in here. There we go. Put 4,000 liters in there. And then that should just about finish us. Should. I'm hoping. Pretty close to it anyways. At least one pass. I've also decided that every once in a while we'll come out of cab and things just so you guys can see what's going on. Especially if we're like loading stuff. You know, like every once in a while we'll come out here to see what's going on like this. I do like how they opened up the roof on this. That's just super smart. Doesn't have much of a... turnaround, like you can't really see behind you too much, but I'm guessing I'm going to take a shot in the dark here, as Ozzy Osbourne would say, shot in the dark. All right, but thank you guys for all the wonderful, amazing comments with that you guys enjoyed me teaching you guys and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Now this, when you spread lime, we usually go about 7 to 10 miles an hour. So I'm going to set my, what do we got in here? 4,000. I'm going to set my cruise control for 7. I think. Do it that way. Let's get out here. It's about 12 meters. So let's go this way. Let's see how long 4,000 lasts us. First of all, let's go here. Alright, here we go, and on and go. It's going. It's going. Perfect. I guessed that correctly. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, so now I don't know why I was trying to get it smaller. I just used this one. It's just as good. Works out just as fine. Whoops. There we go. I was like, that's so they got to set up at 9 miles an hour. It's not the end of the world. Nice. So this should just about finish us, and if not, we'll run down and get some more. But at least now we can, like, if we put 9,000 in here, just about enough to fill the whole thing. Then we got to buy a mower, and we got to mow this, we got to ted that. That's what we're doing. We're going to do in a couple of days here. As soon as we get situated, we got to take some fertilizer and stuff. Let's see how well we can do out here. Let's get this just so we can. Oh, we were pretty much right on the money. Just so we can get a kind of a gist of where we need to be. There. And we're back in cab again. See how it's not, it's crazy how it's not using it much. I mean, it's using it much. I mean, we're down to 25%. We were only at 4,000 to begin with, but we're almost done with the field. Be nice if I shut that down. It's going to be real close to finish this, which is going to be kind of cool. Nice. And then I got looking at it and I was like, okay, that's not too bad. Perfect. Over just a little bit longer, just so we know we're hitting it. 1,700. Not too bad. We're at least now we're covering some stuff, but and so then I was monkeying around and I thought, okay, well, let's try the sprayer. And I downloaded this FarmCon thingy, Mababi, that somebody had made, and I was like, okay, this is kind of neat. It was the one with the front end that was chopped off on the tractor. It was kind of neat. But then I got thinking about it, and I thought, so then I zipped it in here, and once again, somebody got it set up to where, oh, come on. Using my lime. That was another one where it only held 200 liters. So I don't care what size you have. If you notice, I just put 4,000 liters in here and it barely, I'm going to run out. So might have just enough to finish this. Ooh. There we go. We're going to be barely enough to finish it, which is perfect. Go right here like this. If not, that's the line we're putting on it anyways. We did. All right, so it lasted 4,000. Less is about half field. So if we had that thing full, if we had that 9,000, it would do the whole field. So that's pretty cool. So we know now that if we can fill that completely, we'll do our whole field. So now it should say 100% fertilized and limed is ready to go. So now we're going to seed it, but we're not going to do that until tomorrow. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this away in our little shed over here. And we're going to go down and we are going to get rid of some of the stuff that we have. I think, well, that just sold the lime, and we still have the fertilizer here. So we're going to take that and we're going to move the fertilizer into the little shed over here. And this goes here. And then we'll keep the tractor into the big shed across the thing. We're going to go down actually with this tractor and we're going to buy us a mower and we're going to buy us some equipment. So let's run some equipment for the rest of this day and then we'll come back tomorrow. Actually, no, today's Saturday, isn't it? So you know what that means? That means that we're going to have this video is going to drop on Sunday and then this will drop on Sunday, and then you guys will have no video on Monday because I don't record on Sunday. And anyways, let's head down to the shop with this. I like it because it goes nice and slow, and we can just kind of take our time and cruise down there. We're going to pick up, I think we're going to do, let's do the Samaz mower. Then again, I've used that before. I just got to make sure that the horsepower is good on it, which it should be. I think we're at 150 with this thing. Oh, I forgot I don't have any traffic turned on, so I can just come right out. But man, what a day getting this video set up. Oops, sorry, I punched my mouse. Shout out to MT Pockets, who spent some time today in his own stream trying to help me figure out what was going on with my controller, and I figured it out. So shout out to him. Shout out to Shane, who's making some wonderful comments. We added Xena the dog because Shane asked me to, so perfect. He is taking the series and he is playing along. I think he told me he was on day 6 or 7, and he's playing along. Whoops. Gotta get this up here, and then we can cruise. We're gonna go the long way down. He's playing along the same exact thing as I am. He's kind of copying me, except for he started over, because when he first started up, he was doing 6 days, and now he's doing 20 days. And I think he told me in one of the comments that he's on like day 7 or something. Russell Whitlock dropped a new video. Oh gosh, I really recommend you guys go check him out. He did a video of a tour of his neighborhood. Remember, he lives in New Zealand. So for those of you guys who want to see what New Zealand looks like, him and his wife took a tour in his brand new car, and they were filming it. So that was his little toy that he bought. It's a brand new car, and just check it out, because you'll get a chance to see what New Zealand looks like. To me, it looks a lot like Hawaii. I mean, I don't know that much about New Zealand, but it looks a lot like Hawaii. And it looks like a beautiful place, and it looks just like and he was having fun, and he was kind of touring. His wife was driving, which was kind of neat. Or no, his wife was filming, he was driving. That's what happened. But go check him out and check that video out, and tell him that Fury Machine Gaming sent you. He'll love that. Make sure you guys really seriously check him out. Make sure you guys are checking out Grizzly Bear Sims and Farmer Z and Van Ham Gaming and Big A over on Twitch and YouTube, and MT Pockets and MT's Queen over there on YouTube and Twitch. Those guys are great. Great news for MT Pockets. Thank God he finally got it. He got affiliated, and he got a sponsored through Thrustmaster. So if you guys are interested in buying any Thrustmaster equipment, make sure you use MT Pockets' name in the code, and he'll get a little bit of money for that. Plus, not only that, but it'll promote Thrustmaster, which is amazing. So great job. We better stop at this stop sign, or somebody's going to say, "Hey, you don't follow the traffic rules," which we don't. I would never stop for this in my whole life if I was out here on the farm like this. But you can see how this little tractor is gorgeous. But the advantage to Farm Sim 25 going forward is we're running, like we talked about in the very beginning, we're running this series with very few mods. So like I said, if something happens and we get a mod conflict, we don't have to go through 5,000 mods. I'm keeping it at the 6 mods that we've got straight up. That's it. That's what we're going to do. So when I add a mod, I'm going to take one out, and that's it. I still have to remove the lime, because what happened is I found out that when you added the enhanced fill type products, like I said, so you can put them in the manure, the lime in the manure, and then you added the liquid lime, they conflicted. They said, we used to be home team, but we're not anymore. We don't like you anymore. So I knew immediately. So it's really easy to check when you only have 4 or 5 mods, and that's what we're doing. So like if we start a new series, which I don't know. I'm not even going to stop for these railroad tracks, because there's no thingy down there. So bye-bye. When we if we start a new series, we'll have the tractor for that one and the tractor for this one, and that's it. I only want 1 tractor per series. And that way I can keep my mods really down. I don't want a bunch of packs, and I don't want a bunch of stuff. But I saw Big A today. He was streaming over on YouTube, and he went back to the French Plains. It was his anniversary for YouTube, so congratulations to him. He was putting out one of the series, like he put out a video today, a live stream of where he started. When I first met Big A, he was on French Plains, and I was like the 3rd or 4th person that subscribed to his channel, and look at him now. I mean, what an amazing dude. I do have to add one more mod so far, and that's the automatic shutoff for the turn signals and the lights, just because. So we come down here, we're going to buy ourselves the mower, we're going to go back, and we're going to drop it off. And like I said, today's pretty laid back, but you can see that much better with the lime. Much better. Alright, so let's jump out here. Nice tractor. Great job on this mod, guys. Well, the authors of this mod, great. Fantastic job. Really super realistic. Very happy with that. Mowers. We're gonna go by the mowers. Did we mention mowers? All right. So I was thinking this Samaz, since I own one in real life, we can do that one, when we add them. So that one is 100 horsepower, 110. So we can't do both of these together. We can do one or the other. We can do, wow, that takes 100 horsepower. The problem with it is I can't pull, the Samaz is set up where you can't pull it backwards. It's not designed to mow. This one's not designed to mow backwards. So like on a normal mower, you can hook it up backwards and pull it. The Samaz you can't in real life. It's just not designed. It's designed to be pushed. So we're going to have to go with this. And then eventually, so what we've decided also, guys and gals, and everybody who's watching this, is that after we've been 1 full year on this, and this, like I said, remember, we've been talking about it every episode. Once this series is going to stay for the entire length of our Farm Sim 25. Okay, and there's going to come a point, let's just buy this one so we can stop playing the game here. Let's go take a look at it. See how she's nice and folded? Because remember, we don't even have a weight on the front. They normally don't. We've mounted a weight on ours, but they don't have weights on them when they come from the factory. So what there's going to come a time when I'm going to make a decision that I'm not going to move forward with any more Farm Sims, if you know what I mean. And this one may be it. I may settle into this one and do what I need to do, but we'll see, because I always say that, and then what happens is the new games drop and all the changes and everything that's cool about them, and it's awesome to learn about it. But I am going to say one thing: it is getting to be a big pain in the behind to continue to start over with mods and figure out what we need to do, and the growing pains for a game is 6 months to a year easy. All right, so let's get her raised up. So, nope. Let's fold you back up. There we go. Okay, so she transports down because ours transports up. Huh. I don't know why they did that. I don't even know how big this is. I think it's 3 meters wide. But anyways, let's take this back. But there's going to come a time when I'm going to make the decision. At first I was really going to do an Fs25, but the amount of changes that they made for realism for Farm Sim 25 is absolutely great. Absolutely fantastic, and I'm really liking the way that goes. So, but what I'm basically telling you guys is there's going to come a time when Fury does not get the new games. I'm going to stay with the old games, and I'm just going to keep going, because I made my promise to myself, to my wife, to my kids, that I am grow together, harvest together. Sweet. I love that sign. I'm going to stay, this series is going to stay on here until the whole iteration. And if it's going well and everybody continues to watch it, that's why, if you notice, I'm not in a hurry. Yes, I played a day ahead, but that was because there's no way to stop the time. Now, once we get the additional game settings, and you guys know that's one of my mods that I absolutely have, once we get that in there and I can stop time, then we're no longer going to be ahead run the games. You know what I mean? So then I'll push stop time. I'll bring my mods back home so you guys don't have to keep watching me do this every time. And then we can be doing farm work. So when today's done, and just so you guys know, it is, what time is it? Hang on. It is 5 minutes to 2 in the morning when I'm recording this, because of the issues I had. I had all set up. I was all ready to go with it. And as soon as I started hitting record, it went bonkers. Screen went black, everything. So it took me, I usually record about 11:30, but it took me about an hour and a half to figure out what was going on with everything, and then figure out what was in and what was not in, and then you remove it. It's like, oof. So I'm recording this very late, and I've got to be up to milk cows in an hour. So yes, it's a long day for Fury today, but it's worth it, because I got to get you guys a video, and then I don't have to no. Today's Saturday. I don't have to be up tomorrow. I've got somebody doing it for me, so yeah, I get to sleep in a little bit. That's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. I spent the day making homemade goulash, which was good. For those of you guys who don't know what goulash is, it's basically a watered down version of spaghetti with meat sauce, but it's with elbow noodles instead of regular spaghetti noodles. You make it with elbow, and what we do is, because we're part Italian, we put sausage in ours. So you make the sauce up, you put ground sausage in it, and then when it gets hunting season, I haven't seen anything. It's hunting season now, but once I get a deer, then I'll put venison in it, things like that. That's what we do. And I learned this recipe from my old man, that you make your sauce and your tomatoes and everything, and you get it all cooked down, and then you put your ground sausage in there, and then you mix elbows with it, and you put cheese and everything in it, and then you bake it in the oven. So I spent the most of the day doing that, but I was also doing fence posts, putting fence posts in today. It's been a busy day. Busy, crazy day. Fury's always busy. This tractor is nice and loud. I turned it up on purpose because Russell likes it loud. He likes to hear the tractor. And as long as you guys can still hear me, that's all I care about. Like, I have my voice in my headphones, so I can still hear myself talk, but as long as you guys can, I'll leave the tractor volume up. Because I know Russ likes it. He likes to hear the tractor, but super excited, Russ, because we are getting more and more olds. Go on to King's Mods, and there are some serious, like, and until you decide to start playing Farm Sim 25, which he's still playing Farm Sim 22 because he likes his Oliver Browns, he likes his old tractors, and he likes to bebop around, and he doesn't like to have a lot of big tractors on his farm. He likes to have like less than 100 horsepower is what he likes to do, and me generally too. I like the use of smaller tractors, but for me, I tend to go like 150, maybe 200 horsepower, just because I can have that a little bit more freedom on buying some stuff. When you have only 100 horsepower tractors, you're kind of limited in what you can buy, but that's okay because that's his play style and that's what he likes to do, and I love him anyways. I love watching his videos. He's very informative. He comes on and he talks about New Zealand, and he talks about, I've learned so much about the New Zealand in the last year just watching his videos. Everything from the way their politics works to the way that, did you guys know in New Zealand there was a time when somebody nominated a dog to run for president? It blows your mind to think to yourself, okay, is this for real? Like, is this really going to happen? and somebody did, and probably that dog won. I mean, it's crazy. But we also got guys like AK that watch my series, and he watches Russell's stuff, and we got guys that come in here, and Ian. I think Ian is from either Scotland or Ireland. I can't remember which one. Ian, let me know in the comments. You guys are awesome with that sort of stuff. And we just got people from all over the world, and that's what I really, really love about Farm Sim, is the fact that we get people from all over, all walks of life, whether you're rich, poor, whether you're, black, white, green, yellow, whether you're from other countries, it doesn't matter. Everybody is welcome here, and it's awesome. We're going to drop this here because eventually we're going to have to start moving some of our equipment up to the, now do I have to, oh, you know what? I want to see something. I want to see if it'll unhook the other way. Yes, it will. That's a different. All right, I think we got time to go down, because now what we're going to do is, now that that's limed, once we get seeded, it's going to take us a couple days to seed it. Then we're going to go and we're going to mow this little section right here, and we're going to pick it up with, I think we're going to have to get, we're going to have to get a bucket for our telehandler. We're just going to pick it up off the ground with the bucket for now, since it's right here. And we'll dump it in there, and then we'll compact it. But eventually we're going to have to get a loading wagon, a small one, because we're also going to do hay bales. So either that or we'll bale it up. We haven't, well, no, because I built the thing. The silo. The bunker silo. So, but see, isn't it nice to be able to just kind of chill with this tractor? It's not going like crazy fast. It only goes 15, 16 miles an hour. So it's like you can chill and you can tell stories and you can talk, and I'm using my steering wheel, so it's like it's super easy to just kind of chill back and we can fill each other in. But yep, got my goulash done, and now we'll have food for the next like week and a half because my wife and I don't eat a lot, and I made enough to feed an army. But let's see, what's Van Ham got going on? He's got his City Skyline series. He's got his Flight Simulator series, which is absolutely hilarious. If you guys ever want to watch somebody just absolutely have a blast playing a game, Van Ham Gaming is an amazing streamer, amazing content creator. So is Big A. So is Russ. All my guys that I watch. Empty Pockets. Oh my gosh. Absolutely. All of these guys are just amazing. But let's see. Van Ham's got his City Skylines 2. He's got his Transport Fever 2. He's got his... What else has he got going on? Oh, yeah, his Flight Simulator. He's got that going on, which is amazing. What else has he got going on? That's it. I mean, Big A's on French Plains. He's also on Zalanka, I think, for Fs25. No, he's on New Frontier. He's on New Frontier, so check him out. Russ is still doing Valley Springs. Russell Whitlock is still doing Valley Springs on Fs22 until he makes a decision. And once he comes over to Fs25, I'm sure he'll pick one of the maps. I think he's waiting. He's waiting to see if a map drops that he likes. Because he's like me. He likes the Euro maps. I mean, I just picked this one because everybody was doing Zalanka and everybody was doing the Asian map. And I was like, nah, I don't feel like doing rice and stuff. So I picked this one. What else? Let's see. Grizzly's taking some time off. Empty Pockets. What's he got going on? He's doing New Frontier right now, and he's clearing today he spent 2 or 3 hours on a live stream, streaming, or he was cutting some new land, and he was using his tree harvester as well. He was showing off. He's got a nice camera to show off his steering wheel and his joysticks and his shifter. And him and I are going to have to race one of these days to see whose goatee gets longer, because mine gets caught in my jacket all the time. I mean, mine's probably longer than his is. It gets caught in the microphone a lot, and I end up eating it. That's what I end up doing. Just zip around here like this. I really like this tractor. I really like this series. I'm having a blast. It was a little frustrating, not going to lie, when I was having things not work, but that's all right. It's not things I can't fix. We're going to get down here. We're going to buy our baler, I think. Or maybe, no, let's buy a windrower. Let's buy a windrower first. And then, you know what we should do? We got to get that grass into the bunker silo, because we're going to plant grass in the big field. And the big grass is going to be for hay. So let's make that little section there by our farm for silage. We'll put it in a little silage bunker. We'll pick it up with a telehandler bucket, and we'll put it in there. So I don't necessarily need a windrower right now, but I could. Now here's the thing: is technically you could make hay and put the hay in the bunker silo too, and I could make bales. But eventually we're gonna need a baler. We're gonna need all that stuff. So we're getting low on money. We've already taken out a little bit of a loan, but with me changing stuff and going crazy and stuff like that, you know, the last episode I had planned on, like, I switched back to the telehandler, and then I took it out. It's a bit of a mess, but that skid loader, what a absolute pain that is. I'll show you guys when we get down to the shop down here. Grow together, harvest together. Isn't that great? It just feels real. This is what it would feel like to drive down to the shop. Now, granted, if I went the ferry way, it might be shorter, but you still have to wait. We'll go back that way. How's that sound? We'll go back. We haven't gone that way. I just don't like waiting for the ferry. I just would rather chill out and just drive. That's what I'd like to do. So it gives me a chance to use my steering wheel for a change. It's kind of nice to be able to just kind of have the time to tell a certain story or whatever that you're into, and not have to worry about like stopping and getting out. And by the way, I found out today that driving some of that stuff back to the farm, that if you're on that ferry and you try to unhook an equipment or try to use any kind of equipment or whatsoever, it will go wonky. Because I had a front loader on, I had the telehandler on there, and I was taking that back up, and I took the forks and I pulled them up, and I tried to fold them in front of me while I was on the ferry, and it went and it threw my telehandler off. It said, nope, get out. All right, what can we buy here that we can't afford, really? I don't think we're going to be able to afford anything. We are going to need a grass end roller. What's the smallest ones of this one? Because you know what we could do? Well, because we don't have a silo. This one's 30,000. We can't even afford that. That's super tiny. What was I gonna say? Let's get a. Where's the window doors? What's the cheapest? Cheapies. We got front ones, back ones. What is this? Is this off the one pack that you could get? That's pretty dope. 7 meters, 160 horsepower. We can't even use it. We could use this one though. The K brand. This is only 35 horsepower and it's 4.7. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Get that done, and we'll take this back, and it'll be perfect timing to finish this episode and get you guys on their way. And I'm gonna try to get some sleep. I'll upload this tomorrow morning. There we go. Perfect. All right, down to the ferry. Let's go to the ferry home. But yeah, anyways, I don't know if I finished the story or not, but I found out that the Kubota, the tracked skid loader, boy, I tell you, it does not like controllers. So for those of you who are on PC using a controller like I do, the skid loader doesn't like it. Now, I wanted to tell MT's queen, MT Pockets' wife, that when you load in and your controller is like pushing you to the ground, what you want to do is have MT put you in the settings part when you first load up. Get it set up and adjust the sensitivity down to 14. Put the sensitivity at 14. Make sure 14 on all. You got to switch the gamepad. Then switch it to 14 and 100. The top number is 14, the bottom number is 100. Because if you go 0 sensitivity, it goes all wonky. Then you also want to make sure that you have nothing else mapped. So if you're using a steering wheel or anything else to steer or walk around, like you know how MT uses the joysticks to walk around, as well as he can use his controller, as well as anything. Whatever is the primarily, like for example, see my steering wheel? Okay, if I pick up my controller, right, I can move it like this. See how it doesn't move the wheels? You know why? Because the steering wheel is overriding it. So the steering wheel is my primary. So what happens with that is you have to be careful. So you have to go in and you may have to map out and take something out. Like if you use your joystick to walk around and you use the game to play like this, as I'm using my joystick, right? Okay, I can't go in here and move with my steering wheel and stuff anymore. I took it out. Otherwise, the gas pedal would allow me to move, or WA. Like I'm pressing WASD right now, and it won't let me do it. So I had to go in and take that out because I wanted my primary movement to be my joystick. When I use a front loader, or I use a skid loader, or I'm doing bales, I'm using my controller. So I pick my controller up. To drive only, I'm using the steering wheel and pedals and shifter if I want. So don't be afraid to go in there and have MT do that for you and fix it and literally take out anything that's matching. In other words, if you you'll see that, because I had that problem before, and I learned this back in FS19 and 17, that I'll show you when I get out here. Okay. So like if you sign on and you use your controller and it goes like this, puts you on the ground, then forces you to walk with it on the ground or way up like this, that means that something else is mapped into it. See what it does? See how the tractors think? Because it wants you out here like this. It doesn't like you riding in the tractor. Just ever since the update, it's done that. Perfect timing. We'll take this back to the farm, and then we will get this wrapped up for the day, and I will get my big butt to bed. I think you're supposed to shut the tractor off too. I think that's what the problem is. That's what gives me all kinds of weird stuff. There we go. I'm glad I shut traffic off, because now we can just drive up here like normal. I just wanted to use the ferry again because I'm not opposed to using it. tractor hump. Nope, no stop signs for me. What a great episode this ended up being. Does the pedals work? Yep. Nice. So that's why I like taking these slower tractors, driving them to the shop. It gives me something to talk about, gives me something to talk, like what our plans are for the farm. So we'll get this back here today, and then tomorrow, well, actually it'll be Tuesday for you guys. And when we come back on Tuesday, I will, or next episode for me, but for you guys, Tuesday, we're going to seed that. We're going to plant some grass, get that all done. And then we're going to keep bringing our equipment back, and then we're going to eventually, by the end of this month, we want to get that mowed up, because once it switches over to October, it'll start growing again. But then, like we talked about in episode 1, when we get situated past November, we're not going to be able to mow anymore. Then we're going to have to start doing contracts for people. All right. So I don't know where to put this because we're getting full. Our sheds are getting full. So we'll just put this right here today, and then we will think about next episode building another shed, just so we can and off you go with that. All right, guys and gals, we made it. So, all right, so the next episode, like I said, we will get set up with continuing to buy more equipment, taking the loan out that we need to do, get it all situated, maybe buying another shed that can go where my trailer is right over here, so that we have another place to park some equipment, and our farm is getting bigger. So, all right, guys, on that note, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding bell to get notified when Fury drops a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching that. And remember, I love you all. And I'll catch you guys right back here Tuesday. I like how the lights come on in the shed. So, yeah, we want to make sure that we're using the big bags now. We can go down with our telehandler and purchase the stuff. So we're getting set up now, guys. We're getting set up. I do miss store deliveries, though. Not going to lie. Miss it. So, all right, guys. We got a few more shout-outs next time, and we will get things going. And I will catch you guys right back here on Tuesday. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy it. Relax, watch some football, go to church, do what you need to do, and I will catch you guys back here. Have a great one, everyone.